She wants some ego, ego. I'm a teco, ego. She teco, I'm teco. I'm a she teco, ego. I'm a bando, bando. She teco, ego.
Hey guys, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a brow tutorial, so let's get started. So first things first, I take a dry beauty blender with my airspun powder and I set my brows so I can get rid of any excess oil, brush it off, and brush them with a spoolie brush so my hairs are nice and laid. Next, I'm going in with my brow pencil and I'm starting at the top where my arch is and bringing it all the way down to the tail. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom and bring it to the tail and connect them. For the front, I don't put any excess product. I just draw a little line and then I start filling in, starting with the end. You want to be very careful as you get closer to the front because we do not do boxy brows, okay? Make sure you are brushing, and if you need to, you can add some more product, but be sure to brush it out. I'm doing the same thing on this eye, starting where my arch is and bringing it down to the tail, then connecting the two at the end. For the front, like I said, less is more, so just draw your little line and start filling in the tail. If you don't have an eyebrow spoolie, I highly suggest getting one because it is the key to the nice fluffed out ombre brows. Next, for concealer, I squeeze out the product at the bottom of my brows, not directly underneath my brows because that gives me more control. If I squeeze out too much product right underneath my brows, then the likelihood of the concealer getting on my brows and messing it up is high. But when you start from the bottom and work your way up, you have a lot more control. Concealing your brows is pretty straightforward. You just want to go ahead and carve out what you have already drawn on, making sure everything is nice and crisp. I really love using the applicator that comes on the concealer because it is so small and gets like all up in there perfectly. I haven't found a brush that I love just as much as this, so if y'all have any suggestions, comment them down below. Plus, it's so cheap because you technically get an eyebrow brush and concealer in one, and when it comes to packing your makeup, you just can throw it in there instead of having to worry about, you know, packing a brush and your concealer. So for the top, I'm doing the same thing, squeezing out some concealer a little far away and then working my way down. You want to be very careful with this step because one wrong swipe, girl, and you done wiped off your whole eyebrow, okay? Take your time. Alright, so I'm gonna just drop this gem on y'all. Using your foundation gives your brows a different kind of fleek. Like, I know y'all see how smooth this base is looking. It gives you so much full coverage and makes your brows look so poppin'. And I started doing this step because I noticed by the time I would finish my brows and go blend it out, the concealer would be like dried out, and then when I blend it out, it wouldn't look as smooth. But with this step, oh, you better call me cocoa butter, okay? I know I'm not the only person who thinks this is so satisfying to watch. Like, I literally love watching people conceal their eyebrows. Step is totally optional. When I'm just trying to be regular fleek, I don't do this step, but when I'm trying to be on fleek, yes, foundation is the way to go.
Eyebrows on fleek.
So now I'm going to be blending out my concealer, but if you look carefully, you can see that the foundation has pretty much set in place and it's already nice and smooth, so I don't really have to blend much, but I am making sure to blend out the edges and in between my brows. Alright guys, this is the finished product. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell your friends, and I will catch you in the next video.
If you want to play, I'm ready.